WCNC TV, Charlotte. This is Carolina's News Channel 36.
A winter blast sweeping across the Carolinas tonight, and this is just the beginning. Live in the mountains, 8 to 10 inches of snow already fallen there. There's more behind it, and it's headed toward Charlotte. Our crews are all over tonight. In parts of Charlotte, it's been snowing for hours and now just starting to stick. In Hickory, where police are responding to dozens of wrecks, and live in Rock Hill, you haven't seen much yet, but you will. Conditions are changing quickly. We do have a team of reporters right now keeping an eye on the roads from Charlotte to the mountains to York County. Let's start with the latest from the First Warn Storm Team, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Brad, for a lot of us, really this is just the start of things. Yeah, there's been kind of this big donut hole over South Charlotte, York County, Union County, down into Lancaster County. But look at these totals. These are so far. Officially here at the airport, 1 inch, but up in Huntersville, 4 inches, 2 inches in Davidson. But you get along Interstate 40, 6 to 7 inches of snow has already fallen up there, and it's still snowing. Heavy snow falling across Hickory, Lenoir, over to Morganton, Taylorsville, Claremont, out towards Statesville. Then you get into Charlotte. We're seeing periods of heavy snow, but that big hole that was over South Charlotte, it's beginning to fill in. We're seeing moisture come in from the west, and the system, the best dynamics with the storm are actually just to the west. I'll get out of the way. You can see all of this moisture back here that's moving our direction. The upper low is here, but here's the moisture that's coming in. So the worst of the weather is actually still a couple of hours away and will come through during the overnight hours. Now, temperatures, here's the other key. These will determine how bad the roads get. We're currently at 32 degrees here, 30 in Lincolnton, 30 in Gastonia, but 29 in Shelby, 27 in Boone. And look at that Interstate 40 corridor, well below freezing. So temperatures aren't going up. They're going down tonight with the heaviest weather yet to come in. Coming up, I'll let you know how much you could see by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And what will Saturday hold? We'll let you know coming up in that complete forecast in just a little bit. All right, Brad, talk to you soon here. Hickory just getting hammered tonight. Snow piling up there, and so are the car crashes. Our crew has seen them all over the place. Reporter Tony Burke is live on Highway 70. Tony, was bad earlier this evening. It's got to be worse now.
Yeah, it is. In fact, there are so many wrecks up here tonight that the simple fact is that troopers and police just can't keep up with all of them, and that's because it has been snowing now for 6 hours straight. Oops, he didn't mean it, but Ray Roberts rear-ended Eric Pearson. What happened here? You hit him?
Yeah, he stopped at the red light, and I tried to stop, and this is downgrade, and it just kept sliding.
Is it the weather?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
With all the snow falling in Hickory Friday, it didn't take long for accidents to pile up. This wreck on I-40 brought traffic to a near standstill. 321 had its share of problems, too.
Slick. Real slick.
And that's saying a lot when it comes out of Ernie Powell's mouth. He drives a tow truck and is used to bad conditions. Now,
I'm getting out of this mess.
City and state plows are tackling snow-covered roads. The snow fell so quickly, it didn't take long for crews to start working around the clock. They put salt brine down to prevent ice buildup, but brine only works as long as it doesn't get too cold.
So that's when we switched to a higher sand concentration to go for the traction rather than actually trying to melt it down.
Folks here are used to snow, but with 7 to 15 inches possible in the foothills, even Hickory neighbors made the mad last-minute dash to Cheryl Beard's store.
It was crazy.
It is crazy. In fact, road crews will be working nonstop around the clock to make sure all the roads here end up getting plowed. So just how much has it snowed? Well, take a look for yourself. So far, about 5 to 6 inches in 6 hours. We're live in Hickory with the mobile newsroom. Tony Burbeck, News Channel 36.
We need to get Tony some boots there. Our photographer Reed Bennett in Gaston County had the same problem. He hasn't been able to get us video yet tonight because of the traffic there. It is moving at just about 15 miles an hour down 321. Cars are spinning out, he says, and most exits haven't been plowed yet. This is a live look at Mooresville. Folks there have already seen 6 to 7 inches of snow tonight, and there is more on the way. Charlotte is seeing its first real snow of the winter. This is a live look at I-77 at Harris Boulevard. Glenn Counts continues our team coverage now from I-277 just outside Uptown. Glenn, you just talked to the Charlotte Department of Transportation. What are they saying about driving conditions?
Well, you're right about that. And speaking of that snow, you can see a little bit of it behind me. Primarily what we're looking at here in Charlotte is water. CDOT folks say it's not too terribly bad, but obviously conditions are expected to worsen considerably overnight. And so when you get up in the morning, you probably should consider staying put. A plow looks for snow. A father shares a winter moment with his daughter. So far, the impact of the storm in Charlotte has been more wet than dangerous.
It's just wet right now, you know what I'm saying? I guess if it gets any colder, it's going to be kind of bad with the ice.
One driver met with a bit of bad luck and slid down an embankment, but police say the problem here wasn't the weather, it was alcohol. Duke Energy is preparing for the worst to arrive tomorrow, with crews expected to work long hours.
Asking them to come prepared Saturday morning, packed and ready to work for multiple days.
During this storm, it would be bad to be without power, even worse to be without a home. Tari Hill was cooking and her kitchen caught fire.
All I could see was the cabinets and the roof. It was in flame.
Hill's problems are magnified by the fact that she is handicapped.
With the situation of being wheelchair bound, it's just almost impossible to just say I'm going to go to a friend's house.
Well, the Red Cross is assisting Hill and her family find suitable housing overnight. By the way, in terms of travel, all the experts are saying that you shouldn't do it. But the State Department of Transportation says that if you are considering, one resource is to call 511 to get some travel information or to go to the state website. Reporting live from our mobile newsroom here in Uptown, Glenn County News Channel 36.
We're keeping an eye on the flights tonight. Here is a live look from Charlotte Douglas Airport. Some delays right now, we're told. And earlier this evening, dozens of flights were either canceled or delayed. The snow hit the mountains first, and it's still falling up there nearly 8 hours later. Reporter Alex Reed has been tracking the conditions near Blowing Rock, and he's live now with Storm Chaser. Alex, have the roads improved at all?
Just a little bit, Dave. The snow's been falling since about 3:15. As you can see here, you got to dig down a few inches just to get to the pavement here, and that's what most of the side roads look like. That's why there is a travel advisory in place for Highway 321 around the Blowing Rock area. The state is asking people to stay away from the whole area until Monday.
Reactions to snow like this differ depending on who you ask.
Yeah, well, my car got stuck on the side of the road, and I had to come to work here, and it really disrupted my life.
For some people, this winter storm is just too much.
I'm about tired of it because we've had about 2 feet in the last month.
My car cannot drive right now. It's crazy.
I barely got out of the parking lot today. So.
For some local businesses, more white means less green, at least for now.
Tonight will be slower because people don't want to go out driving.
But business will pick up if the snow sticks and the roads clear.
We'll have busier nights afterwards because of the skiers coming up the mountain.
Except for the driving, this is awesome.
There are reports of several cars sliding off the roads, but for the most part, there are no major problem areas. Locals say it's all about preparation.
We bring a big coat and four-wheel drive. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I love it.
And back here live now, you can see Storm Chaser has been parked here for about an hour, and it's already just covered in snow. In fact, we had problems just backing up into the spot here. The road and the snow is so slick, we couldn't get traction just to get into the parking lot here. That's the way it's supposed to be until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Reporting live from Storm